Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Lori and I'm doing this video in my car on Mount Shasta because I was just on the mountain and it was freezing, and so I came down into my car, but I really wanted to give this message. I wanted to put it out now while it was fresh in my body. So I wanted to share personal experiences that have been going on with me for the past, 15 days. And I'm sharing this because I think a lot of us are going through this. And I trust that if you're listening to this video, you probably are also going through this and need to just get some reassurance that it's all good, that it's all perfect, and that and to relax and surrender and not take it so seriously. This is really this process that we're going through, this ascension that we're going through, this awakening and evolution of our consciousness and our light bodies. It's meant to be taken, not taken so seriously. We really, as human beings, take things so seriously, and we have to figure everything out. And what does everything mean? And what does it mean if I'm doing this? And am I doing this right? And what does this mean? And like the mind wants to figure it all out. And spirit and your higher self, your I am presence is like, relax. Try not to control anything. And try not to take things so seriously. It's not that big of a deal, right? So, since the beginning of the year, I would say for the first 8 days, I was really, really expanded, meaning I felt really high, which means I felt really connected to my light. I felt really connected to my higher self. I feel extremely connected to my I am presence. I felt really grounded. So I wasn't out of my body, right, and floating. I was really grounded into my body, which is really the only way that we can integrate and feel the light of who we are, is to really be in the body. So I was deeply grounded. I was way expanded. My crown was way open, and I was just feeling everything. I was receiving all this information. I was just feeling like I needed to share and share and share. And I didn't realize in the moment just how high I felt. I just knew, like, whatever this feeling was, I didn't want it to end. And I don't do drugs, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do anything. But when I felt this, I was like, oh, this is awesome. If the whole 2018 is like this, I'm stoked. And then it crashed. I woke up Thursday, and I would say I really felt dense. I felt human emotions, like deep, raw. I felt heavy. And it wasn't that I wasn't in my body when I was feeling that really expanded high feeling. I was really in my body. I was grounded. But I didn't feel dense. I didn't feel heavy. I didn't feel weighted down. I felt like I was in my light. I felt like I was in a light body in a physical form, which is what we are shifting into, which is what the fifth dimensional frequency feels like. Every single human being's moving through it in their own way. And when you're in it, you don't realize you're in it, which is why I'm doing this video. So I crashed, and crash is not a bad thing, but I came down. I came back into this lower frequency. And the reason, and I was acutely aware of it because of how expanded and high I was. And there's nothing I did to get to that high space. There's nothing I did to get to that lower dense space, right? Nothing I did. I didn't sit in meditation and bring myself there. It just started to happen because that's where I am in my path. And if it's happening to you, then that's where you're at in your path. If it's not happening to you yet, you're not there yet, and it will start to happen. But what I realized as I sunk back down into this density and really was like, oh, wow, I realized a couple things. When it becomes really obvious that you're in a high state and then you're in a lower vibrational state, it's showing you how expanded you're getting. It's showing you how much light is starting to move in, how much of your higher self you're starting to embody, how much you are starting to align and connect. And so it's allowing you to see that vast vacillation, that vastness that's moving back and forth. The other thing that it's allowing is this completely lost my train of thought. What the other thing was for me that I was learning in this process, which is what I wanted to share with you guys. Completely blanked. Anyways, the physical body. So what happens is we are expanding, unbeknownst to us most of the time. We are opening that energy center that's the right above the head, right on the crown chakra, right? So the crown energy center is opening. And as it opens, there's more of our beautiful light that's coming in. We're also bringing in a lot of other frequencies and a lot of other energies that are coming in. Which is why when you're in that higher vibrational state, you can really connect to other beings. You can connect to other energies. You're just really aligned. And when you come into the physical, when it comes into the physical body and it's moving through the light, the frequency, the vibration, the physical body has to acclimate. The physical body is very, very dense. The muscles are dense, the organs are dense, the cells are dense, the DNA is dense, right? Everything's waking up, everything's shifting, but it's still dense. And so when you start to expand into these higher states of frequency, when the light starts to spin, speed up, and you're holding more of it in the physical body, again, very unconscious, you're not consciously aware of it, you can't see it necessarily, but when you're holding more of the light, you're going to feel higher, you're going to feel more open, you're going to feel more grounded, you're going to feel more connected, and your physical body is going to have a very challenging time during this process, right? So it is going through its own sort of acceleration and acclimation with all of it. And so when you crash, it's your physical body saying, enough, I'm done. I can't hold this frequency much longer. I need to chill. And that's when you lay flat. That's when you're exhausted. That's when you're heavy. That's when you want to watch Netflix for 17 hours. That's when you want to do nothing. You don't want to read things spiritual. You don't want to hear spiritual things, right? You're just like, I need a time out, right? That's when you start to feel a lot of emotion. That's when stuff comes up that you haven't felt in forever. You're like, where's this coming from? That's when clearings happen. And I want to be clear about something. This is all my personal experience. This is all what I'm experiencing. This is all what I believe in my reality. But I don't believe there's healing. I don't think we need to be healed anymore. There's nothing to heal. What's happening is we're clearing energies, very dense energies that have been stuck for a very long time. Stuck meaning they haven't ever been, when they came into the reality that you lived in, whether it's this lifetime or previous lifetimes, when they came into your experience, they weren't completely felt. So they stuck, they stayed within. And so what's happening as more light's coming in, as we are sitting in that frequency longer and longer, the physical body starts to say, whoa, hold on, I got to acclimate to this. Whoa, hold on, right? The cells are shifting, the DNA is shifting, the muscles are shifting, the blood is shifting, the organs. I mean, everything inside your physical form is also acclimating. Illnesses might start to come up, sinus infections, headaches, muscle aches, stomach's crap, you name it, it's all starting to come up because the light that's coming in is flushing, clearing, moving things through, not healing. There is nothing to heal. If you get anything from this video, understand there's nothing to heal. It's just clearing out. We're in a different space. We're in a different reality now. Healing doesn't need to happen because we are already whole. We're already whole, beautiful beings that are now just learning how to acclimate to these frequencies that our body is shifting into without our awareness most of the time. And so what will begin to happen, if it's not already happening to you, and don't worry about where you are in this process because it's all unfolding beautifully exactly the way you need it to in your unique path. But just be aware that the more light you are bringing in, the more expanded you start to feel, the more aligned you start to feel, the more you're going to crash down. You're just going to collapse. Your body's going to be like, I need to rest. And have no judgments about that. Try to have no judgments about, I'm needing to lay, I'm needing to sit on my couch, I'm needing to watch Netflix, I'm needing to watch movies, I'm needing to eat pizza, I'm needing to, whatever it is that you need, take a day off of work. You don't need to figure it out. You don't need to make sense of it. You don't need to figure out what you're healing or processing. Your body's got it all under control. Your body knows what it's doing. Okay, your body's way more intuitive and in the flow than you are, because you're in your mind and you're in your ego and you're trying to figure it all out, because we're really cute humans and that's what we do. We got to figure this stuff out. The more you can not figure it out and the more you can just move with it, the better. And so I'm sharing this story with you. So I crashed for a couple days. I came up on the mountain. I had a really powerful clearing of some really deep stuff that happened to me in my childhood. And I allowed myself to just be in the moment of allowing my body to clear it, right? There were beings around me that cleared it as well. There was nothing to heal. It just was energy that, because I was in that high state for 7 or 8 days, that frequency, that light, it's almost like it did this, right? It's like, okay, kind of like quicksand it. And then when I went and sat and felt what was happening, I connected to that center, that energy center in me, and I allowed that to kind of move through me just by sitting and becoming aware of what was going on with the body and moving it through. And it's not to say that 6 months from now, that might not still need to clear a little bit more, right? There might be more in there that just needs to come through. Just understand in a very tangible way what's happening. You expand out, meaning your crown, this energy center right here that allows you access to these higher frequencies above you, including your higher self and I am presence, begins to soften, open, allow the light to come in more and more and more. The physical body is holding these frequencies that it's not used to holding. Frequencies that are spinning faster than what it's used to. And so there's a lot that's shifting and moving inside the physical form. And your body needs to chill out and rest, and your body will tell you when. So if you're getting weird sicknesses, illnesses, pains, discomfort, exhaustion, all of that, beautiful. Let it happen. That's you moving back and forth. And you can call it whatever you want to call it. 3rd dimension to 5th dimension, 3rd dimension to 4th dimension, 3rd dimension to 18th dimension. It's just the human being trying to understand it and define it. What matters more than any of that is that you are just surrendering to it and not trying to label it and not trying to comprehend it. Last night, I had that clearing happen in the daytime, and last night I was in a space that I rarely am in, and it was a void. It was like I was in this void, like this dark nothingness. So I couldn't grasp what I was feeling, and a friend of mine was asking me, what are you feeling? I said, I can't grasp it. The only way so I couldn't understand it, right? Because the mind wants to understand it. All I knew was that I was in a space of I'd never been in, and it was a void. It was like there was nothing there. It was like I was empty, alone, kind of vacillating between this like empty space kind of. And I don't know what it was, and I'm sure later on maybe I'll figure it out, but it doesn't matter. What matters is that was where I was at. That is what I was feeling, being aware of my very human mind trying to understand it, and knowing that I couldn't, and that it's not my job to understand. It's not our jobs to understand what ascension is. It's not our jobs to understand why ascension is happening in this way, or why is it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What matters is that we move through it as it's happening, trusting that every single thing that's happening is for your highest and best good to move you forward. And I do, I'm hearing that. I'm hearing what they're saying right now. And they're telling me, it's okay, Lori, yes, but it's important for people to understand. So I get it. I get it. It is important for people to understand what's going on. It's important for people to understand what's going on. It's important to understand that you're not going crazy and that this is normal. So yes, I get that. But don't try to dissect it. Don't try to compare yourself to other people. You know, if there's anything you can hear from this message today, it's we're all going through it. It's speeding up. You're going to expand more and feel that high feeling, and then you're going to crash. I just call it crash. You can call it integration or whatever you want to call it. But make it easy. Let yourself just have it. Try not to judge it, you know. It moves through faster if you don't judge it. And it's hard. One more thing. It's hard because when I'm in those spaces of crash, when I'm in those spaces of sleep, when I'm in those places of not feeling aligned and connected, there is a piece of me, not as much anymore, but there used to be this piece of me that would be like, oh my God, I've lost my alignment, I've lost my connection, I've lost those messages, I've lost that, right? You start to go into that space of, oh my God, nothing's going to ever come again, I'm not going to connect again, and it's absolutely not the truth. So if you go to those spaces of, oh my God, I'm not aligned any longer, I don't feel connected, I feel like I've lost that frequency, I feel like I've lost that antenna, I feel completely alone, I feel like there's no guides around me, oh my God, the messages I were giving or the feelings I was having or all the stuff that was moving and flowing through me is gone. That's just you coming back down, you know, into this denser space, just to move, just so your body has time to move things through, just so your body has time to acclimate it, right? Let your body do its thing that it needs to do. It's easy for us to kind of really feel that high. It's much more difficult for the body to adjust to it. So we got to honor the body. We got to honor the body and everything the body needs and everything the body's going through. And you're never disconnected. You're never not aligned. Nothing ever goes anywhere. You just feel like it has. You just feel like it's gone, but it comes back. It comes back. It comes back. So that's it. I just wanted to share that. I hope it was useful. Hang in there. It's speeding up faster and faster and faster. So really honor your body. Let your body just have it all. Nothing lasts, you know, nothing lasts. And just be aware of your humanness and how cute our humanness really is. We're so cute as human beings, moving through this process, this awakening. So, you know, have fun with your cute humanness. And I think that's it. I love you all so much. Thank you for listening, and I will see you next time. Namaste.